straighten out.
Like, you gotta find the right barber though. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing, because like every barber I've ever been to, when they was just like, oh, you want me to clean the baldy up? I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I'm thinking they about to pull out a razor. No, they just take some clippers. I'm like, bro, this is not how, because like once they do that, I can't just come home and put a razor to it now, because y'all done irritated the hell out of my scalp. Like, yeah, I'm good. And then be trying to charge all this money. If you're gonna charge me all this money for a doggone shave, give me a shave.
Yeah, instead of damn, we good. That's no, that ain't good. Shit.
Man, yeah. Anyway, y'all. Hey, listen. Welcome to the MTS podcast.
Yep.
I am one half of your
Bald
host,
head.
T. Man, right? You know what I'm saying? Two bald niggas in a mic.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, I'm one half of your host, T, and I am here with my pod brother, man.
What's the hell, baby? Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we preface this a little bit talking about like some real struggles, man, that I've been going
Yeah.
through anyway. Off mic, but yeah, bro. Hey, look, to be real with you, like my struggle for real this week, I started feeling overwhelmed. This real estate stuff, it ain't no joke. It's expensive. I mean, when you talk about like the overhead on like a business, it's on the lower end of it, but it's expensive. So I wish that like, and I'm pretty sure there is people out there that kind of break this stuff down. Um, but yeah, like you just don't know, or really, well, for real, you just don't know about the money that you have to spend when you come into this. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for example, with me, you know what I'm saying, I got like, somebody paid for the school. But,
Yeah.
if they didn't pay for the school, I would be looking at about $550. All right. Once you get out of that, you got to pay $60 for the exam. Once you do that, you got to pay $55 for the fingerprinting. And I want to say it's like $65 for the background check. Then what trips me out is
Yeah.
like, even if you pass the exam, like I passed mine on the first try, and I'm gonna keep saying that because it felt like I felt accomplished doing that. You know what I'm saying? They was like, it don't happen often. But even once you do that, you still have to turn around and pay $230 for the application fee. So it's $230 for that. Then once you get out of that, you got to pay for the MLS. Around here, for the quarter, I want to say it's $168 every quarter. So every 3 months you're paying $168 for the MLS, right? So I mean, even if you do that 4 times a year, you know what I'm saying? Then you got to take into account the $80 that you have to pay a month. You know what I'm saying? So what's that? 800 $960 for the year. So if you do that, then on top of that, now you got to talk about marketing and prospecting. So when they talk about doing that, you're talking about possibly paying for, like, put it to you like this. This is why I say I'm stressed the hell out. I'd have just sat there and spent $200 for 1 month of lead generation. All right. It's a platform that I went on, and I went ahead and just did it because I was just like, maybe it'll help. Because what ended up happening was, yeah, I have my MLS, but what you then have to wind up doing is doing like a back trace. So you got to take
Dang.
that information that you do have, their name, their address, and everything, and then plug it into something like called like, People Search, which is free, but it's not all accurate information. So you sitting there and you cold calling, you know what I'm saying, these people, and guess what? It's not even the right phone number. So I'm sitting there saying, and this took me like 5 hours to do, get the list together, take that list, and then find their number or their email to try to contact them, and go from there. So that probably, just for maybe, let's just say about, I'm gonna say like 10-15 numbers, took me about like 5 or 6 hours to do, just to wind up calling them people and then not be the right
Dang.
number. So I said, you know what? time to start going ahead and investing in, purchasing a lead generation platform. Like, somebody to help me with that. I got some of the same lists, names and everything that's on there with the numbers. When I seen them, it was the same numbers I had already found myself. Again, it just cuts that time down and give you the information, but the numbers are not accurate. And on top of that, to be real with you, half of the numbers up there are on a DNC list, which is pretty much a do not call list. So you cannot call them. So I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. This is $200 down the hole. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right, now you got that. I'm like, dude, something gotta shake. Because mind you, I've been licensed since March. So I've been paying the $80 a month. I've been paying the 180 something, for the quarter. You know what I'm saying? I've been paying everything. Like I'm putting more money into this than what I'm making.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, you got the struggles from the other job. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, dude, like this week was the first time I think to the point where I just felt completely overwhelmed. Then I found out the other part-time job I was trying to get, they pretty much rejected the application because of a ticket I got last year. One ticket. So this is leading me into like pretty much kind of like our first topic. Because this is what I just really been sitting there trying to tell anybody. And just for reminders, like just the things that I named, that's about $3,000 right there. About $2,600. But then that's not even everything. Because like I said, once you start getting into lead generation and everything like that, you're paying more per month. You know what I'm saying? Some people out here literally, like I just got the phone with somebody and they were sitting there saying for their program, I think it was almost $500 a month. Oh, Zillow. Zillow goes off a zip code. I talked to Zillow. Guess what Zillow was? For Virginia Beach, and that's the only place they had available.
$1,000.
$2,500 a month.
They're gonna guarantee you some sales or something?
They made it seem like they was guaranteeing it, but the thing about it is it was on the buyer's end. So the part that sucks about that is like, you can get sellers, but majority of their leads are buyers. The problem that comes with that is that you may work with the buyer for months. Like however long that contract is your contract, but you could work with them for like 2 or 3 months, show them 100 houses, and they still not find what they want out there. But you don't get paid until you close a deal. So here it is, like you showing them that, you doing all your homework and everything like that. That's why a lot of people would much rather build their real estate business off of sales. Because with sales comes buyers. With sales come free marketing and advertising because you putting signs up in these people, yard.
Yeah.
Somebody may see that and be like, hey, I need to call this guy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. But like this is not like I'm spending hours on this computer just trying to figure out my system. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure out how I can get these leads going because this is the thing that's costing me right now. This is costing me every month, like literally costing me. So yeah, I'm just trying to get something out of this. That way I can take some money, reinvest, and get me some, some lead generations that's worth it. So yeah, but this is gonna lead me to this though. 20% of unemployed job seekers have been searching for work for at least 10 to 12 months, according to new research. It's not just me.
No. But we're gonna always go back to the same shit. The job market with the shit. What you hear?
Okay. Huh?
What you hear?
At first, I thought I was hearing my mom, and then I started hearing Corey. I don't know what they got going on. My bad. You good?
She said, "T." That's what you heard. Oh,
her birthday in 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
My bad. Go ahead.
The market, man. Well, we know why, but I thought our job market's supposed to be going through the roof.
What it is excuse me. So, like I had just sat there and explained, you can go out there with a CDL and have that same ticket because it wasn't like it was reckless. You know what I'm saying? Had that same ticket and then they'll take you. I do not. I never in my what I'll be 34 this month. I've been working since I was 14. So in 20 years, which sounds crazy, in 20 years, I have never had a problem finding a job. Never. And here it is, you know, a knee injury kind of took me down, and I'm out here trying to like, if you could see the amount of applications that I have put in, you know what I'm saying, from my email, just type in applications, dog, you probably gonna get a bunch of like scrolling, you know what I'm saying? So for the simple fact
Hey,
that since I want to say when I first started looking for a job, when I got cleared to, and that was back in December, like November, December. Um, I mean, if it wasn't trucking or some kind of logistic job, like you know, the oil spot, that was the first one that kind of took me. And that was only because I knew somebody, and I'm just like everywhere else, I ain't really had no luck, calling everything. So I'm just like I have never had this situation. Never been to a point where I'm just like, what is going on? I've never sat there and said to myself, I can't find a job. Like, yeah, this is great. And I mean, when I'm talking about can't find, I've applied for fast food, and still got rejection letters. You know what I'm saying? Grocery stores rejection letters. Like, dog, they're hiring.
that's what kills me. You got these signs in them, but people go applying. You
Yeah,
still got the sign up there.
yeah.
I'm like, so what's? Are you really just gonna blank? Just when I come in there, just say, hey, we look for this
Nah,
person. We ain't looking for you.
um,
That's crazy.
yeah, I do not understand it, man. I really don't. Like, and I'm trying to figure this thing out. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to working, I would probably be the last person when it comes down to where anybody would sit there and say, hey, look, this is just a lazy motherfucker who don't want to do nothing.
We know
Anytime,
that
because my
ain't the
dad
case.
sit there and say, even with this job right here, he was like, dude, you do way too much. I don't know how not to. And that's the problem. Like, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, you know what I'm saying, to the point where I can sign my name on something.
And that's the
You
point.
know, yeah. And so dude sat there, like one of the dudes I got into it with a couple days ago, you know what I'm saying? He sat there and kind of made the statement pretty much like, oh, I wonder if this is why we got so many claims. You ain't never seen my name attached to no claim, bro. But what he failed to realize is a car that's sitting right outside our shop. He's attached to that claim. I ain't never had one on me. Kind of find out that dude sat there and did a differential, but didn't put the plug back in. So when that truck, the Lexus truck pulled off, oh yeah, all that hydraulic fluid that go in there,
And
yeah,
moved
seized
on
it
up
up.
out of there.
Seize it up. How he still got a job? Because ain't no telling how much that mug gonna cost. You know what I'm saying? Like a Lexus truck, and you talking about replacing a differential, bruh? Listen, yeah, don't sit there and come at me to us. This is why we got so many clients. No, nigga,
They must didn't show you yours, but
man,
bro, I see them signs everywhere. Hey, hire. And then I see some of these places closing because they don't have enough people to staff.
yeah, man,
But you're not people looking for jobs. You're not hiring, and then we have a bunch of ungrateful people that got jobs that
yeah,
I'm like, you guys, boy, I said, y'all don't understand what people out there would do. And you guys complain about pushing a button.
dog. I'm trying to tell you, if I, especially at your job, if I was making the man, please, I'd be there doing. I mean, I'm gonna be off when my time
And that,
come though. Like, I'm gonna
hey,
take my time off,
and that's it.
but yeah, nah, it's just, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. But like even at this job here, like I never really look at my time and sit there and be like, hey, it's time me to go. Nah, I'm gonna make sure y'all good.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And
I'll
then
roll out
before
the
I
door.
leave out, you know what I'm saying, being how y'all got y'all people in here, let me go ahead and straighten up for y'all, take the trade, you know what I'm saying, do whatever else I got to do. But I tell them straight up, I don't get paid enough for this. And mind you, this is somebody who's been trucking for the past 12 years and worked at the shipyard and everything, bro. I've been making well over $50,000-$60,000 my whole adult life, pretty much.
Yeah, bro.
Up until this point, and I still sit there and work like I'm making the same money.
So I'm gonna ask you this. While we
Don't
on
ask
this
me no
stuff.
dumb shit.
No. Ain't gonna be no dumb shit. On the real.
I'm about to say, bro.
On the real. No, it's since this whole Doge thing.
Who?
Since Doge went through taking all these jobs away, all these changes we done had
Oh,
in since the first of the year. Yeah, you think that got something to do with a lot of that? For his job, for his,
you
you
talking about
know,
the department that Elon Musk was in?
yeah.
Oh, I never called that Doge. What? How was that spelled? That's why I
I
was just
think,
like, huh?
yeah, I think it was DOGE, some shit like that. Doge,
I don't know what
I,
I was
I don't
calling
know.
that. But nah, I do think a lot of all right, so it's two things. And it's all got to do with the Trump administration. I do think it's that them getting rid of the DEI. So like when it comes down to it, half the time, like when they be asking for that whole thing, I be wanting not to even answer. Like when they be sitting there asking them, like, are you of Hispanic or Latino? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it starts to ask you, like, what is your ethnicity? Like, I be really wanting to not fill it out. You know what I'm saying? But if I know that's how y'all are basing y'all criteria and everything, like, you know what I'm saying, is maybe I need to stop for real. Cause I mean, all that's gonna happen is I'm gonna waste my time if I do, like if I start applying for jobs and I stop putting that and then I start getting calls for interviews, I know what's up. I know what's up. That I cannot call that a coincidence. So I
My
do think
thing
it's
is,
that, and then I also do think it's like something that has to do with these tariffs. But I will sit there and say, you know what I'm saying, when it I don't know, if you still got hiring, like, you know, we're hiring out there, like it ain't got nothing to do with no tariffs. Cause I can understand, you know what I'm saying, you trying to like let people go because you're trying to save money. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you still are hiring. So if you're
yeah,
hiring, then what's the issue? I'm not an unhireable mug. I don't have a record. You know what I'm saying? My work now, if you want to sit there and say like my work history, like y'all may be sitting there because I did have a couple people like at first back then that was kind of telling me like, dog, we know that you're not gonna stick around. Well,
yeah. I mean, that you telling me, okay, that's what you gonna go with because you don't want to hire me. That's what
mm-hmm.
you're gonna go with, or you could hire me and see how I work out, but you don't even know how I work. So why would you say that?
Yeah. And I mean, they even talking about black women up here because I say I thought this was kind of interesting too. 300,000 black women have left the labor force in 3 months. It's not a coincidence. So it's pretty much just sitting there saying, you know, pretty much for decades, the public sector has been a lifeline for black women, shut out of economic opportunities. It's no surprise that Trump's federal downsizing targeted them first. So,
Yeah, and bro, we gonna we
it's all kind of crazy because I want to see if I can find this because I think it was something that I did save
bro.
where it was pretty much talking about how us as black people are in another stage of reconstruction. And I'm just like, oh, right here. And I'm just like, man, when are we gonna like really just get they won't let us. They won't let us. Every time we try to build up our own community, okay, look, we'll come out there and, you know, work for y'all and make the money from y'all, but we just gonna take this money and put back into our own communities. And what do they do every
Yep,
time? They do it every time.
every
So
mother boy.
yeah, so that's his name. John Hope Bryan says Black America is now in the third reconstruction stage. Like it's just like, we gonna be
Yeah,
forever in this.
because I keep saying they be throwing these little things out there. Okay, well, with this whole big beautiful bill, which is a big beautiful bullshit,
Right.
because they trying to, oh well, everybody's gonna get lower tax, and they ain't helping us.
I'd have to look more into that, but it seems like they taking a whole lot more resources too.
Yeah,
Because some that I was kind of looking at it was kind of trying to say that okay, nah, they are doing it, but I'm like, if that's the case, he's just reversing what he did last time. Like he came in here last time and raised taxes for us. You know what I'm saying? That's when I started owing, and then turned around. Now he over here trying to. Nah, man, listen, I don't know. I had to look more into it. I don't know.
bro, it's not what it. Once you get into it, you're gonna look at as far as the tax thing, like, and like you've always said, it's gonna seem like we gonna get a good break, but it's not really for
Yeah,
us.
no. Nah.
It's not
Most of
really
most
for
of
us.
everything that he didn't sat there and did, like before when they were talking about them tax breaks, it was for people who made over $400,000.
Yeah,
It ain't for us.
no,
You know what I'm
it
saying? I
ain't
ain't
gonna
there
do us no
yet.
good.
I ain't there yet. And that's why I be sitting there saying, like, straight up, um, I'm not gonna sit there and talk shit for real. Because at the end of the day, I do understand how taxes work.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I'm talking about taxes, well, yeah, I mean, I understand how taxes work, but even on a corporate level, that's what I'm sitting there saying. So once you get that, it's kind of like, yeah, I understand why people be like, well, nigga, we want our breaks. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
because like I had
yeah,
even threw in a little sample thing, and I was just like, all right, cool. Because what I really wanted to see when it came down to it, and I'm sure you probably will be better off going to a professional like CPA or something, right, or a tax person. I wanted to see like would paying myself through the LLC have um an effect on like what they can say I netted, right? Because typically what happens when you come into a LLC or any type of S corp or anything like that, what happens is like you get paid first, then you pay your bills, and then whatever is left, you know what I'm saying, in that net situation, like you
yeah,
know what I'm saying, after paying your bills is what the government taxes you on. Versus like how we as 9 to 5ers get paid, right? We
yeah,
work, they take out their taxes and everything else, and then whatever's left over, we get. See, it's the complete opposite when you got an
yeah,
LLC. You pay everything, and whatever's left over after you pay everything is what they tax you on. So if I made $500,000 that year, but my total expenses was 400,000, and the only thing I got left over is
left
that $100,000,
100,000.
they only
Yeah,
tax you on that $100,000. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay, let me find out like how this works. So if I let's just say if I
shit.
make $500,000 and I pay myself $100,000 a year out of that 500,000, is that also included in my expenses? I'm being told no. I'm being told no. So like it's still gonna count towards that. So I mean the real big idea that you want to do, to be real, you want to fund your life through the LLC. I mean, of course, legally, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because
I
they
know what you
will
mean. Yeah,
audit your ass.
yeah.
But like,
Oh,
you know
you
what I'm
know they
saying?
love that shit.
Right. With me in real estate, you know what I'm saying? I can go out there and buy a car because guess what I'm doing a lot? Driving.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And I can also, log them miles and everything to be written off as a tax write off. Every bit of maintenance that goes in there is a write off. You know what I'm saying? Gas and everything. I can go out there and buy a house through the LLC and sit there and say, hey, look, this is just corporate housing. Next thing you know, like, you know what I'm saying? That's another expense that goes against that. So, it's just, it's a few things. But yeah, one thing that I am rocking with, though, that he is doing, he says that he's considering getting rid of federal capital gain taxes on home sales, which is dope. But of course, Trump is a real estate guy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
everything that he's gonna do is gonna be for the best interest of himself.
Yep. How many times we said that? We know this. I mean,
Yeah.
here, uh, but bro, it's creating havoc on the job market because this whole thing he had about, well, U.S. can sustain this and that, but yeah, how?
But he's trying to do I think the where I struggle with is funny enough, Chat GPT told me this. Pretty much like instead of taking things one step at a time, you're trying to scale the whole stairs. Like the whole
Yeah,
you know what I
to
mean? And that's what he's doing. He's doing too much of a major shift trying to do that all at one time. Because I think he honestly knows that you can't do this in a matter of 4 years, that he probably wants to get it done. Just sit there and say, yeah, Trump did this, I didn't. No, you cannot do that. So
mm,
even with this whole electric movement, you see everybody had to scale back, right?
yeah,
Like Hertz went out there and got a whole fleet of Teslas. And it was just like, yeah, this is kind of biting us in the tail now. So they either was trying to return them or trying to sell them off.
sell them off. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Even as far look at Dodge. Dodge released that doggone Challenger or Charger, whatever it was. I've actually seen it for the first time on the road. It's a nice looking car, but nobody wanted the electric stuff. So what did they do? They
Oh,
put the V8 Hemis back in the, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like you're trying to do too much at one time. This
yeah,
whole, hey, let's put America first thing, it needs to be steps to it. You sitting there trying to put tariffs and cut off the rest of the world when we have been running on Taiwanese goods,
yeah,
Taiwanese and Chinese and Japanese goods for I don't know how long. It's stupid.
yeah.
Now
Now
you got
you
us in a situation to where everything is not balanced, and then we are paying out of the ass for stuff.
and no jobs to pay out of the ass for stuff.
Nah.
Well, you don't even have the job like some of the things we used to enjoy going doing. We can't do no more because they shutting down because they can't afford to be open.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people lose jobs. So now you got to tell all these people who lost these jobs the same thing they tell us if we go for a job. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, you got this. You too qualified.
Hey, and I think that's a lot of what's going on with me. There's no reason why I should not be able to get a job out here.
Right.
No reason. Like I said, for the past 19, 20 years, I have always had a job. Even through high school, I have always had a job. I've never been unemployed.
And then when they telling you, oh yeah, we need somebody to get these guys a break, but yet you don't want to hire me. Okay,
Yeah.
must don't need a break then.
But they gotta also know too that like all of this creates a domino effect to something. And it's just like my generation and the younger generation are sitting there doing like the kids. I cannot afford that shit. These people that's out here doing it because listen, the thing about it is we all know it's the difference between these men and these women when it come down to kids.
Yeah,
It's a difference. As long as somebody see you doing something, if you a mom out there, with your kid or two, you know what I'm saying, people will rally around you. You know what I'm saying? In my
yeah,
experience, what ends up happening, oh, y'all niggas got to figure it out.
yeah. You're a man. You doing it.
Yeah, we
Do
we
more.
we 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 might be able to do what we can, but you know what I'm
They
saying? For the most
they
part,
gonna
you
look
are
at
a
you
man.
and
You're
they
gonna
gonna
have to
say,
figure it out.
do more.
Yeah, you're gonna have to figure it out. And so, like, this is what's going on now. Like I said, it's all a domino effect. U.S. birth rates hit an all-time low. CDC data shows. Can't
Yeah,
nobody afford this shit.
they fuck no.
No, every time I see the simple fact that people are paying somewhere around $1,200 or more a month for childcare, bro, where am I gonna pull that money from? I was saying that while I was
Bro,
still truck driving, and I was over there paying what $1,500 a month for a 1 bedroom apartment, bro. Where is this money coming from?
bro, who you telling? You can't. And and then you got the racket of all rackets. Some motherfucker don't give a shit about nobody. Motherfucking insurance company.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the changes he making with the medical part is gonna fuck a lot of people over too.
What medical part?
Or as like you're gonna have higher premiums and all this shit. You
Oh
got to pay
yeah,
more, and some people not go actually be without medical, not able to go to the doctor because hell, they ain't gonna have nothing to go with.
Yeah, it's a mess, dude. Like that's why I'm just like it creates this domino effect. Like it is a
And-
terrible domino effect that it does create. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you can't sustain yourself in this economy, what I mean, dog, like I'm almost to the point, like, I mean, it is a part of me that still wants to experience it. I don't want to experience that in struggle though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm already struggling to sustain myself mentally, physically, emotionally. Like it is
yeah,
tough.
mm,
It's tough. And you know what I'm saying? Adding the child to that, knowing the type of person I would want to be, like, you know what I'm saying? You got in your mind the type of father that you know you want to be. You know what I'm saying? And I know these
yeah,
kids just want you to just to be there and everything like that. But even still, diapers cost, formula costs. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still have to get out
yeah,
here and work. Hopefully she still has to get out here and work to make sure everything is straight too. But at
and
the end of the day, it's
and,
still costly. They was sitting
yeah,
there was
and
another
as a
little thing
parent,
that came
you
out sitting there talking about grocery bills is at an all-time high now.
fuck
Like in
yeah,
comparison to,
bro,
like,
you
you know what I'm saying, what the average salary or what the average, yeah, annual salary is, they was just like, yeah, you compare that to what the price of groceries are now, they was like groceries are at a all-time high. Everything is expensive.
bro, you go in there for this loaf of bread that you've been paying $2 for, you're paying $5.50 for it.
It's crazy.
And
And
we
then
already
they,
know eggs. We already know where they at. And
yeah,
they supposed been going down, but they ain't went down yet.
that's why I'm just
And these
like, bro.
motherfuckers ain't gonna give a shit if things go back to normal. Motherfuckers they gonna be like, oh well, y'all were buying it already, so what we
Yeah,
dropping the
nah,
price
that
for?
shit ain't gonna go down unless they got like some crazy
Nah,
surplus of it. It is not gonna go down. Yeah,
nah. And then we got these guys sitting in them offices that supposed to regulate that shit, but they're not. Well, my bad. They fired those guys, so they really can't. Ain't nobody to watch the shit
right.
now, because they fired those guys. So hey, uh, what are we to do?
Just deal with it.
Fuck.
That-
Yeah, that's all we can do. Shit, bro, you can't
um,
even rob a motherfucker no more.
no,
You can't rob nobody that ain't got nothing.
I ain't. My bad. I was over here
So now
trying to.
both y'all ass in trouble.
All right, my bad. I was trying to find something because I was just like that was gonna be a little crazy too. Because I had ran across something that sat there and said that the federal government has a Cash App now. Yeah, it threw
Hold
me
on.
off, bro.
I need a drink. I need a drink.
It threw me off. So that's what I was sitting there trying to look up, like, you know, because I've been meaning to look it up. Um, I really don't know what
So
it
if they
is.
owe me some money, they can cash app it to me.
Oh no, it ain't like that. It's only supposed to
Oh,
be meant
see,
to receive money, I think. So
kind of like the way mine was supposed to be set up.
oh man, listen, look, they said, look, we only receiving money, we ain't giving it out. Listen, because if they did that, I'd have been all good. But he said, while there isn't a government cash app, which I knew that, the U.S. government has launched the Fed Now service, an instant payment infrastructure developed by the Federal Reserve that allows for fast money transfers. Although private entities like Cash App and Venmo previously processed government stimulus payments, I didn't know it was them that was doing it, and are required to report certain transactions to the IRS. The Fed Now service is distinct from these private payment applications and functions. Yeah, so I don't know how true that is, but what it was sitting there saying is
Fun.
it was something that was pretty much coming out pretty saying that the government was they started up a cash app so you can donate money to get them out of debt. And so I was like, yo, immediately when I read it, I was like, this got to be a fucking joke. It has to be a joke, but it doesn't. I don't know if that's true. I don't think it's true. But what they're doing is they are starting their own Cash App type of thing for faster transactions. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
fuck
get
them.
their money faster, but your money still gonna take motherfucking 2 months to get here.
You know how that shit go. They look, you do a credit card or a debit card transaction, they take that money right then and there. But then you sit there and say, "Hey man, y'all owe me a refund, or I'm returning this." Hey, look, this is gonna take about 3 to 30 business days.
Yeah, you like, it didn't
three to
take your
thirty.
ass motherfucking 3 to 30 minutes to take this motherfucking money. Shit,
And then look,
motherfucker.
the crazy thing about it that be happening whenever I sit there and I go on my phone and I try to pay something with my card on my phone, that little wheel still be spinning on my phone, but I already get a text message from my bank pretty much saying that the money. I'm like, damn, y'all quick.
The
I'm,
motherfucker already got that shit locked in. Like,
oh man, I'm
well, we
like,
gonna we gonna wait till his card get active. Oh, it's active.
bruh.
Hey, we got it. Send him
Oh
an
yeah,
email.
little joint still spinning on there. I'm like, it's still over here trying to figure out if it went through or not. My bank like, yeah, they done already got it, player.
Yeah, they got
It's
that
gone.
card. We let you know already. It's good. Don't worry about that
Man,
little thinker. That
man,
motherfucker
right.
slow.
Yeah, that little notification come in from my bank pretty much. Yeah, $100 has been approved. God damn.
Bro,
All
that shit
right.
do be funny, cause as soon as you hit that motherfucking pay button, that
Yeah.
shit go bleep bleep. Like, what?
Man,
Oh
I be
yeah,
like,
$100 has been applied. What?
yeah, I
I
be over
just hit the
there.
button. Then that
Yeah.
next thing you know, the screen will come up. Your payment was received. That
Yeah.
shit, I know now.
And then here come black folks over there screenshotting the shot. Yeah, let me go on here. Just in case y'all say I didn't try to pay that. I got the reference number and everything. Don't play with me, dog.
You
Black
ain't
folks
lying.
is quick to screenshot some shit.
You ain't lying, boy. Motherfucker get that
Oh
shit quick.
man.
Motherfucker
Eh,
say, hey, I got emails archived like a motherfucker.
man, what? Look, I done bought one of them little accordion junks. I dog. Listen, let me tell you something. I have learned my lesson over these years. I'm not playing with them, dog. One of them little accordion organizers.
Yeah.
I got them things already written out because I already got invoices and stuff from stuff that I done ordered. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, just in case, like when it come around tax time, don't play with me, dog. Like
No,
making sure I keep everything up in this mud.
put this on there. Put this on there. Put
Yeah,
all this
man.
on there. Shit.
Yeah.
Bro,
Did you hear about the dude Julian Brown? Now he been out
mm,
for a minute. I think I when I first initially seen this dude, it had to been like a year or so ago. Um, he was the
that
guy
sound
who
familiar.
started turning plastic into like some kind of gasoline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you heard about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know he had posted a video a little while ago, pretty much like, kind of just saying like there's been some weird stuff happening.
Yeah.
Um, you know what I'm saying? And so his mom had then came up because I guess old dude just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, just went dark.
Yeah.
And so
Like
his
it's
mom had
okay.
came up. Yeah. But it's still people that's just like, hey man, nah, we don't believe you gonna have to take a video or something of this dude or something. Like it's still people like, I don't know, something a little fishy about this.
Yeah.
But
Cause
you know
he
what I'm
said
saying?
he started getting motherfucking helicopters and planes and shit flying
Yeah, I mean,
overhead,
you messing with
drones.
it's just like the Diddy situation, dog. You messing with another little conglomerate of people who do not want this to succeed. Here, like they didn't already got out
Yeah.
of there like these electric cars. You know what I'm saying? Electric cars, yeah, they might need to be greased and oil and everything like that, but that's just like something that you probably just hook up to like one of them little nipples and you know what I'm saying, pump a
Yeah,
little
you just
grease
squirt
into
the shit
because
in there.
they don't
Yeah.
take oil. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm
So
sure there's some kind of lubricant in there, but they don't really take oil. So that is cutting down on the oil market a lot. If
yeah.
you start getting it to the point where we're nothing but electric cars, that's a big hit for the oil company.
Yeah.
Now you sitting there talking about the gas too.
And they
So
go from
nobody really wanted the electric car thing to happen. Like for real, for real.
no.
Like these big oil companies and stuff like that, because you're just taking a lot of money. Now you sitting there saying that, hey, look, I have a cheaper way that you can gas your car up. Hey, it's gonna cut the margins in half and this and the third. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, we can cut down some of the plastic pollution. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can see how they would start coming after him.
Hey, motherfucker, like we'll give a fuck about pollution. See, we
Man,
can
look,
pollute all day. You finna
man.
stop this shit. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying to tell you. I listen, I don't I can understand it. I can understand it. Like I can see like some things going on. I'm saying I can understand him kind of being a little, on edge about some stuff
yeah,
because I'm sure. Like, I mean, that's just like me, right? I think I told you about the time I was doing this. You know what I'm saying? Where I had read an article and they were saying that the what is it, the NSA? Like those are the national security, like the people that they saying is listening in on phone calls and everything, right?
yeah,
So I was reading an article where it had pretty much said that, that they're listening all the time. I mean, which everybody at this point knows. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But everybody will sit there and say, like, yeah, I'm just a nobody. Like, they listening to me for it. But what it is they listen out for key terms.
yep.
So, you know what I'm saying? They didn't got their little systems to kind of hone in on that. So if you start saying something with the president and then start mixing in some other little crazy words with it, oh, they chiming right in on you.
Oh yeah,
And
they
so
on.
I did this, and I remember it was back in like 2015, 2016 when I had read this article and I was on the phone with another one of the truckers out there, Scott. So I'm over there talking to Scott and I started saying some of them little crazy words. And so he was just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't believe that. Boy, no sooner than I started doing it, we started hearing like this weird noise. It just sounded real crazy in the phone. And so when it finally came back in, he was just like, yo, Charles, what the fuck was that? I was just like, I tried to tell you. And so every time we got on the phone, we would hear that crazy noise. And I'm just like, they doing something. And so then I turned around and Monet will tell you, I did it to Monet too. Got on the phone, Monet. Well, it's same crap happened. Monet had got, she was like, what the fuck was that? I was just like, I keep trying to tell y'all. She was just like, wait, hold on. How many times have you done this? I said, about 2 or 3. And she was like, Charles, they're going to be watching you. I was just like, they probably are, but they not going to find nothing. They should see at some point in time, I'm just doing this to kind of, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, for a
Right.
minute, I want to say for maybe about 2 years straight, I would get on the phone and it sound, the little noise that the Transformers make on the movie?
Yeah, I know you
It
talking. Yeah.
sounds like that. Like it sounds crazy. And it was every time I got on the phone. So
It happened.
yeah.
I ain't putting that shit past because it happened. Because you think about it in a crazy kind of way. It's just like when we on our phone and we look up something on Google.
Mm.
Then you go to your
Oh
Facebook
yeah.
page. Bam, it's right there.
Yeah. But now they're letting you know that they're doing it now. So typically now when you're
Yeah,
going
they let
onto an
you know
app,
they doing that. But I'm saying it's the same thing. The minute you, like you said, the minute you mention something on there, they catch that phrase.
mm-hmm.
Now, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Every
because
time you pick
now,
up the phone, they gonna and they may not do the whole conversation, but they'll wait a certain amount of time. They don't hear it, then they'll
yeah.
let it go. So
But
I'm like,
yeah,
yeah, I know because I've been on the motherfucker and they be trying to say, oh, well, no, it's cause you can hear somebody else on. I mean, on the phone, and I can hear something. I'm like, hey,
I ain't
hello,
had nothing
hello,
like that happen
hello,
since,
hello, and you can hear other people having a conversation.
yeah, I haven't had that happen since like cordless phones. Like I used to get it a lot on a cordless phone, or like even like landlines. Let's just say like landlines and cordless phone. I used to get that a lot. Where like back then, me and Monet used to be on the phone, and we'll catch like a neighbor talking. Hold on, what? Hold on, wait a minute. We'll be all on that mode, just like nosy.
Oh yeah, you can hear. I had it on the cell phone before. It was some years back, but I kept wondering. I'm like, what is this I'm hearing? Then you could start slowly making out voice. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh hell no! I hang up and dial again, and it goes away.
Yeah.
So
I ain't never did it with the cell
so
phone. I ain't
that
had it
faint,
happen with that.
and that's what I'm saying. I could have been picking up some shit I really need to hear.
Yeah.
So I hung the motherfucker up and dialed again, and it was clear. So I'm like, yeah, I'm picking up some shit I really wasn't supposed to hear. So, I,
Yeah.
bruh, you cell phone, and they can, man, that shit could be anywhere they want to go. They can just go,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
Let me listen to him.
Oh
He ain't
yeah.
saying shit. He a freak.
Right, right. Yeah, that's all it is. But I think now they just sitting back at this point and they letting AI and whatever systems do their
Yeah.
job. And then when they do hone in on something, that's when they be like, oh, wait a minute, we got one. We got
Yeah.
action, y'all.
And then they're just like when it's somebody they may have keyed on a couple times. Like you said,
Mhm.
AI be like, no threat. So we ain't worry
Yeah,
about it
nah,
no
they was
more.
on my ass for like
And
2 years, yo.
yeah.
Yeah, bruh, they was on my
Hey.
ass for like 2 years.
Hey, yeah, this motherfucker going coast to coast. He might be doing something.
All
Let's
right.
stay on. Let's stay on.
Yeah,
You know,
dog.
Big Meech now was doing this.
Oh man,
Hey.
but hey, look, y'all, look, just real quick. So we trying to restructure this thing. This is definitely going a little better than we tried to do it last week. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what was happening then. My ass was tired. I know that for a fact. But we trying to
We were tired.
restructure this thing, yeah. But we here now. We're gonna try to keep this down to anywhere between about 30 minutes to 45. We a little over today, probably gonna be a little more like 50 minutes, but you know,
Yeah.
it won't be no hour and a half, 2 hour episodes for the foreseeable future right now. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. So, but yeah, nah, we gonna work this until we figure it out. It seems like kind of just winging it sometimes. It might be the move. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We tried to do the whole.
It might have been just that day. I think it was just
It
that
was
day.
rough. It was
'Cause
rough.
I ain't gonna lie, I was
That's those episodes probably won't see the light of day. It's done.
no.
I mean, I literally came into that mode was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. That is the wrong way to start.
Hey,
I don't know what I'm doing.
looking up like, damn, what's next?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that wasn't a good one. That wasn't a good one.
But yeah,
Yeah,
y'all just hang tight with us, man. We gonna figure this out. But yeah, we gonna try to keep these things short and sweet, just to make it a little more digestible for the listening audience, man. So, you know, we do appreciate y'all coming in and sitting with us for a little bit. I know. Well, actually, I can't even say that because we ain't really putting nothing out. I'm like, man, why Charles ain't been over there? Why T ain't been over there sipping and then look, I've been on like a month hiatus just to my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get some stuff straight. So, you know, that is right around the corner though. So I got about another couple weeks and then I'm good. But yeah, man. I am all good to wrap this up. Do you have anything that's near and dear to your heart that you would like to get off your chest or anything?
Hey, thanks for coming out. Have a good night.
He do this long ass dramatic pause. Need his ass whooped. All right, y'all, man. MTS out.
Shit it, hell.
Hell no.